Good morning, guys. It's bright and early and we are coming to you from 319 Farm and Outdoors. I'm Jennifer and my husband Bruno and I are going to be bringing some information to you today regarding machinery that we use on our property. We choose to purchase Kabota products because of the quality, but we're going to have someone here today from New South Tractor. Her name is Megan, and she's going to be answering some questions for us and for you guys, maybe to help you decide on what you want to know about purchasing a brand new tractor or maybe a used tractor. And hey, if you are liking what you see here, you like the content, you find it of value, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and please give us a thumbs up if you like this video.
All right, so that's it for Malin. Now we're gonna go talk about our new baby, our new addition. All right, not only do we have a new baby at home, but we got a new baby out here. And this is Evelyn. About 6 months ago, I called Megan up and I said, hey, my mother-in-law and my mother are building houses and we don't have a finishing attachment for the tractor. In other words, a finisher means not a bushwhacker or rotary cutter, but something finer and lower and prettier, right? And something you can maneuver around the house too, because you know I'm afraid to hit something with this, it'll take down half a wall of the house. So she asked me, how much are you going to be mowing? And I said, probably at least half of what we have, so about 9 acres of lawn. So she says, yeah, you might want to look at, you know, whatever she said. And then I was like, what's the biggest and baddest they make? Because I want to go big or go home. So she recommended this one. And this thing is so bad to the bone. I love it, okay? You can work on it. This whole thing twists and it lifts up the whole thing. It'll twist so you can work under it. It's also diesel. Obviously, it's a zero turn, as you can see. But the coolest part about this thing is that for somebody as heavy as me, it's got hydraulics. No, it's not hydraulics. It's what? An airbag?
It's a full mechanical suspension seat on there, and you actually can adjust it to your weight.
Yeah. So for, you know, for someone like me at 160 all muscle, you know, it's good.
Kabota is really well known for their diesel mowers, and other brands that carry diesel mowers 90% of the time are going to have a Kabota diesel engine in it. That's actually something that we really like at Kabota, is from the ground up we have Kabota engines in our tractors, in our diesel RTVs, in our diesel mowers. We like everything to be in one house as much as possible. You know, you don't want to get into the situation where you buy one brand of mower with a different brand of engine in it, to where you can't one day get parts at that dealership because they no longer carry that brand for the engine on there. So we really like that about Kabota and how everything is ground up Kabota.
So why did you say you should go? By the way, this is the ZD, Z as in zebra, D as in David, 1211. It's 72 inches wide, correct?
Yes.
How many horsepower?
This one is 24.6, I believe.
24.6. Can't forget the 0.6. It's very easy to access things. You know, you have this right here. You can access all kinds of different things. My son is geeked out about this thing. You can access your belts, your grease, you know, your grease points and all that stuff. He knows how to work this whole thing. He read the whole manual. He's played with it, and that's really good. It's really helpful for me that my son's all into this machinery. But we've mowed. It took us this roughly about 3 acres, right? And we cut this in 35 minutes. 35 minutes.
You're flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It didn't bog down. It didn't do anything. You know, I did have to watch for like some rocks and stuff like that. But just beautiful, beautiful thing. You know, a couple things that we got to work on. The parking brake sticks once in a while, but that's just an adjustment on there. I don't know if we have to get alignments on this or not, but you know, we've hit a couple things and now it doesn't, when you push them both, it pulls, right? So I don't know, obviously It's like a car. You hit something, it's out of alignment, you know, it starts pulling.
That's definitely something that we can address at a dealership. There are some zero turns, smaller ones that are like residential models, you know, that are pretty cheap from big box stores. You don't have the ability to make adjustments like that. On these you do, and on these, you know, where your handles come in at, you know, everybody's not the same size. Some people are taller, some people are shorter, you know, so these right here are actually adjustable too. If you've got like Gigantor riding a mower, this is for you. If you've got somebody real short like me, this is for you. You know, it's for everybody.
But yeah, so my girls drive this too. They use everything here. They can drive everything here. Now, just goes to show you that my girls are not really into this stuff, but it's so easy to use. Because when you stick with the brand, the layout is almost the same from one thing to the other, right? And the feel is almost the same, the sound's the same, and that's really good for just what do you call it, continuity, right?
The ZD series, it's really known for having a pretty long wheelbase right here and being very low center of gravity. You know, it's not super tall, even though it has this massive engine on the back. You know, they kind of went longer instead of taller. That's really important on a zero turn, because on a lot of different terrain, you know, zero turns have the ability to slide out from under you. There's no brakes on this. He talked about his parking brake, and that's all that it is. It's just used for parking. If you hit that parking brake as you're going, the mower is gonna cut off on you. You know, it's designed to do that. That's a safety feature. So Bruno, he wanted to go with a 72-inch deck on his mower, which is the widest that you can get on a Kubota zero turn. So it's good for him because what he is mowing is relatively flat. You know, there is a little bit of a rough terrain, especially on this side of the property. I'm assuming one day y'all are going to be mowing all of that.
Yep.
So he went with a 72 because he doesn't have just constant, just rolling, you know, kind of ditches, divots and stuff in his yard. But you have to think about things like that when you want to get a larger deck. A lot of people hate mowing. You know, they want to be done with it as fast as possible. So let's go get the largest deck that we can. But that's not always what's going to work on your property. You know, the larger the deck, the rougher the terrain, the more chance that you'll run into scalping issues on your property.
Yeah, that wraps it up, guys. I know we missed some things. You know, again, I had to, you know, twist her arm to get out here. But
I'm very camera shy.
Yeah, she is. But she's done great. She's done amazing. And I hope this helped you guys. You know, and if you're in the, you know, Catawba County, Hickory metro area, and you're looking for anything like this, go check out Megan at New South Tractors. They've been great. Lisa's there too. Mention our channel. Let's see what happens. I
We
think.
can help y'all out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Megan, what actually sets Kubota apart from other tractor makes? Is that how you'd say it? Like
Yeah.
a tractor make? Okay.
Yeah.
Manufacturers.
Manufacturers, yeah,
yes.
makes fine on there. So for Kubota, if you look back at their history versus the history of places like, or manufacturers like John Deere, New Holland, you know, those very old manufacturers, they went into a different direction back then. When tractors started becoming more modernized, they went bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, they've got tractors out there, 16 tires on them, you know, they're running skid steer tracks, you know, that's what they're about. Kubota, total opposite. They came into the field making smaller, compact tractors. That's their niche. That's what they've perfected. You know, that's why we really strongly support Kabota in their compact lines, because that's what they're perfect at. That's what they're perfect for. You know, whether it's a subcompact or something this size, Kabota is the market leader on there. And the reason is they've done the research and development into it. They know what works and what doesn't work. They've went with it, and that's why they're the leader.
I think Kabota, more than anything, has really focused on like being a gateway into farming and just getting out there, like making it more. They make it where it's manageable, where the average person can just get in, work it, and you have, you know, a 1,500 pound equipment versus a 30,000 pound equipment.
Right.
And Kubota has really catered to like the average person just trying it out and feeling good about it. My opinion, that's just my opinion.
Kabota has really helped most people like that, you know, who are just now kind of getting their foot into the door. You know, I want to put in a little plot of land for some chickens, for some goats, you know, let me get something small or something more manageable. Kubota is there for you on that. And then they will grow with you. You know, Kabota has a lot bigger machines. So once you get to that point and you are ready to step it up, you know, they're there for you for that as well. But he's right, you know, Kabota caters to the weekend warrior. You know, if you don't have time to be out here 7 days a week, you know, you only have the weekend, you want to have something that you can rely on, you can get on and go.
And for the most part, I just feel, just my experience, this is just my experience, I feel like they've overcome a lot of objections that would discourage the average weekend warrior from continuing in this. This is a big investment you make. So they have to like really like focus on that guy, that novice guy, to be successful or enjoy it. And we do enjoy it. I like the colors, they're kind of cool, you know, because, you know, green and orange Miami. But for the most part, you know, I think they really cater to like, you know, you wanting you to succeed, or you wanting you to kind of like have victory in whatever it is that you're trying to do. And they want to share, you know, they want to see you succeed in that way. Just because of everything, the way everything's laid out, my children at 10, 11, and 12 have been driving all these things. It's pretty simple. And now farming doesn't seem like a generational thing you have to do. You know, somebody can switch from a desk jockey to this, like me and, you know, my family. So, yeah.
And a lot of that doesn't just come from the manufacturer or directly from Kabota. A lot of that comes from your support, which is your dealer on there. Kabota does a really good job at vetting, you know, potential dealers, and they don't just let anybody crop up and start selling their equipment. You know, we have to go through each year, you know, we have to have assessments done, you know, and based on our assessments, you know, we can either just be a regular dealer, we can be a premier dealer, or we can be an elite dealer. And right now, my dealership, New South Tractor, we are an elite dealer, you know, so while we look at Kabota and say, you know, Kabota's doing it, you know, there's a lot of people behind the scenes at the dealer that are helping you out too. You know, it's not just your machine, it's who you're working with.
So there you have it, guys. We want to thank Megan.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for
New
coming
South
out.
Tractors, just for, you know, the relationship. And, you know, hopefully we just keep growing, you know, and Kabota's going to keep growing with us, like she mentioned. And as you can tell, we have, right? So we'll probably end up getting that skid steer sometime. I'll have to sell my kidney first. But you can live with one kidney. So we want to thank Megan, New South Tractors, and we'll see you next time.
Thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, guys, well, that's it for our 3-part series. If you didn't already, go back and watch the first and second part to get some information on the Kubota tractor as well as the RTV. And hopefully you found this content informative. We'd like to, you know, try and bring you more information that helps you guys make decisions about, you know, purchases and things to do as far as your homestead. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. If you like this information, give it a thumbs up. We hope to see you guys next time. See you later. Bye. You're just content, aren't you? Happy as can be. What you think? Huh?